Tom lost his new umbrella the day after he bought it. Do you know when Tom bought his new car? Do you know where Tom bought his new car? It usually takes a while to sell a house. Tom can sell almost anything. How many muffins do you sell a day? The toys that Tom made sold like hotcakes at the flea market last week. Sign up for courses on tailoring. I'd be willing to sell this to you. Tom plans to sell his trombone. We've decided not to sell our house. Tom wasn't able to buy the house he wanted. Tom spends all day in his workshop making things he can sell. Do you have anything that you can sell? Do you have anything you can sell? Don't sell any of my stuff. If you don't want to sell this, we can sell some. Why's Tom selling all his stuff? Why does Tom want to sell his skateboard? I don't want to sell this. Let's find something else we can sell. I don't think that I could ever sell this mandolin. I don't think I could ever sell this mandolin. I might have to sell my house. I doubt very seriously that we could sell our old refrigerator. I've asked Tom several times to sell me that vacant lot he owns on Park Street. Tom sells maps and souvenirs to tourists. Our company wanted to build a factory there, but many of the landowners in the area refused to sell their land to us. If we sell our cars, we should be able to keep our house. I beat Tom to death. Tom plans to sell his house in Boston and move to Chicago. I'd sell my house if I could find a buyer. You'll never be able to sell that unless you lower the price. Tom was caught selling drugs to teenagers. How many of these have you sold today? Tom said that he'd buy our extra ticket from us. Are you going to try to sell those? Tom sold me this for $30. We've stopped selling those. Tom has been trying to sell his car. You know how hard it would be to sell something like that, don't you? Tom's book isn't selling as well as it used to. I bought this chair at a yard sale. Tom sold lemonade when he was a kid. These sell extremely well during the summer. Tom sells various things online. We sell a variety of brands. Tom sells toys for a living. These things don't sell well. Tom wasn't able to sell anything. We sell mostly to women. Tom sells things to tourists. Who was chosen? This would probably sell well in Australia. Tom sold this to me for $30. This isn't a drug that can be sold without a prescription. It was Tom's idea to sell our car. We don't sell beer here. We only sell wine. Tom sold his clarinet to me for $30. Those sell for about $300. Tom wasn't able to buy the house that he wanted. We sell all kinds of things here. Tom has decided not to sell his house. We still have to sell this plan to the public. Tom makes and sells birdhouses. If you want, I can sell this for you. It'll be hard to convince Tom to sell that horse. Where can I buy dog food around here? Tom ended up selling his car to a junkyard. That store over there might sell what you need. Tom sold me his old clarinet for $30. You're selling yourself short. Tom sells pillowcases on his website. We're going to have a French test this coming Monday. We can legally make a certain amount of wine, but we can't legally sell it. Who did you choose? Who did they choose? I looked for Tom, but I couldn't find him. We looked all over for Tom, but we didn't find him. Wooden toys don't sell as well as they used to. Tom bought a round of drinks. You'll never be able to sell that. Tom didn't seem to know that I used to live in Boston. You'll never be able to sell that for that price. We have a French test on Monday. Tom made a great deal of money selling things he'd stolen. It'll likely be easier to sell your house for the price you want if you wait for 3 months. Tom is always trying to sell me stuff. I hope you know that isn't true. I hope that you know that isn't true. I hope that you know that that isn't true. I hope that you know that that's not true. I hope you know that's not true. The store on the corner might sell what you're looking for. Tom wants to sell 3 of his goats. Those tires cost twice as much as the ones I ended up buying. These vases will probably sell for about $30 each. Tom got caught selling stolen goods. My grandfather's jazz band has sold a lot of records. Tom sold me down the river. It could happen anywhere.